Yay. Yay. Awesome. Everybody's going to come in just a second. Mm, there's Robin.
Hi.
Hi, Robin. You're awesome. Yay. And there's Judith. How are you today, Robin?
I'm okay. Well, as can be expected. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
Oh, good, good.
Do you see this set? This is just coming in a couple weeks. I still
Oh,
call
it's pretty.
when it's a Y, I still call it a lariat. Is that wrong?
Oh,
We used to
does it
call them
come to a
lariat.
Y? Yeah, they used to call it a Y necklace. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Donna.
it's pretty.
Hey,
Hey, yes, indeedy. The first thing I want to start out with is, and I don't know anything. Don't act like this is some kind of sign. I say this all the time. I want to show quickly how to back up. Hey, Judith. Hey, Maureen, quickly how to download your database from SendOutCards because I think everyone should do that, whatever company they're with, all the time, as a precautionary thing. So, so don't read anything. Every time I do it, I have someone message me. Do you know something I don't? No, I don't. If
But
only. But
considering past behaviors, it's an awesome idea.
well, I mean, we see direct sales companies go
You never
down,
know.
and not
Yes,
just direct
yeah.
sales companies, all companies go down. So the thing you want to protect is you want to have a way um, to, if you had to start over with some other company, um, you want something to start with, namely your entire contact list. I know, at least I do. I want to have some kind of basis and something to start with. So the
Hmm.
more often that you back up this one and the any others that you use, including your Avon customers or your downline list or whatever you do, the more often you back it up, the better, because if something were to happen and you woke up one morning and suddenly the world had changed, your last backup is going to be the thing that you have to start at. That's where you get to start. So if you wait 6 months between backups, you're going to lose 6 months of your work. So I try to do it every week. I'm not as good as I could be, but let's just show you how quick and easy it is because it is in your best interest.
I'm going to take notes, so
Oh, it's so easy.
I have
And
a bad memory.
well, and the other thing is we want to make sure we're not so I read this on a meme somewhere and I think it's let me go here. I think it's really good advice. Um, Companies, all companies, not just this one, not just Avon, not just Arbonne, whatever you're into, all companies act like they want you to pray to their company God, to have their company as your whole existence. When in reality, you probably would be better off to have a mission of yours be your whole existence. And whatever company you're dealing with is awesome, but it's not the whole thing. Because if something happens and it goes down, you want to be able to have the mindset where you can get right to work on your mission still without worrying that the company changed that much. Because I see people once they have that kind of problem, which is often, you know what I mean? It's often you see that happen. Um, they take 6 months or a year to emotionally recover from that. Now, you don't want that to happen to you. You want to be able to say, you know what, this was horrible. I had all this time and money invested in this, but I've got my database and I'm just going to charge on to the next thing because my mission is more important than whatever it was we were doing with this particular company. Okay,
Mhm.
so just keep that in mind because you never know. Yeah, I'm sure all these companies that went down, they all didn't think that would ever happen to them either. So we just have to be prepared to be, you be the one, you be it, you be the middle, the center of your universe and protect yourself. That's the thing.
Hmm.
Okay, so uh okay, Judith, we can talk about that just 1 second, okay? Let me just show everybody how to download their database because that is so important. Okay, so when you sign into your account,
Hmm.
you land on the account page, which is this. When you sign in, you end up here. And what you do is you click on over here on contacts, and it's going to bring up everybody. So it's got all of them listed. I could just keep scrolling down and going over.
Hmm.
I've got 10,368. And look at how easy this is. All I'm going to do is click on select all. That's all of them. I've got a check mark near everything there, and then export.
And then what?
Export.
Export.
And then click export on the pop-up.
Hmm.
And that's it. It is going to download that file to Excel. And then in a minute, it's going to pop up here and we can look at the file.
Where's it
See,
downloading it to? Oh, I see. Your downloads, and then you save it to your computer.
it's on the computer right now. It's already on the computer in my download file.
Downloads, right?
And I just clicked on it and it's opened it up in Excel. So this is my entire thing right here. So this is my 10,000 people right here. And it's on my computer right now. So now, me personally, I have to move this file after, because look at my, if I can get this out of the way. My download file is on this computer and not on, see, downloads right here. And if you look here, it's in Dropbox. That's what I wanted to make sure. It's in Dropbox. So that means that's the file right there that I just downloaded that has my 10,000 contacts, right? So
Hmm.
it's not only on this computer, but if somehow by some horrible freak of accident my house burned down tonight, or I got struck by lightning, or whatever happened, and this laptop got junked, all I got to do is go down to buy a new laptop at Staples or wherever, download the Dropbox app, sign in, and I've got it still. Okay. So I realize that I'm probably, uh, you might want to say paranoid, paranoid. Because I mean, there's not that many good odds that not only will SendOutCards or Avon go down totally, at the same time my house burns down, at the same time, you know what I mean? I'm backing up for the backup.
That would be very unlucky.
You just
Yes.
never know. I mean,
You don't.
for me, I know that if something happens, and my friend Janet from Ireland, they woke up one day. She'd been with Avon 15 years, I think it was, maybe even more than that. And I'd been over there. I spoke in Ireland. I saw her, I met her. That's how I know her. They woke up, they didn't have access to their account, and they no longer did business in Ireland
Yeah.
just like that. And she was a leader with them. So it's not like she was a rep that didn't sell much. She had a big group and did team and everything. No warning at all. She woke up and that was it. Now, that's not just Avon. That was Avon Products Incorporated, by the way, not LG. But
Hmm.
that's not just Avon. They do that. As a matter of fact, in corporate America, not just direct sales, but like when they're done with your services as a big corporate person, you don't get any notice. They come in your office with a box and they say, "We're very sorry, but we're not going to need your services any longer. Pack your box and security will escort you out the door."
They walked
They
it
don't
out.
let you sit around on the off chance you're going to take some of their
Yes, I'm sorry
proprietary
to bother you.
information,
I just called a
whatever it
couple
is.
minutes ago. What
So that's probably what they do with the Salesforce too. They don't know that it's coming. They just shut it down and that's the end of it. So to me, I need to be prepared every day for that. Now, the day may never come. There's many direct sellers that it's never happened to.
Yeah.
And then I know some that it's happened to over and over just because of the companies they happen to pick or bad luck or whatever it was. So what I'm saying to you is just like you have car insurance, whether or not you've actually had a wreck, this is free to do. I would download your database and always have that current, at least like within a week. Not just this one, but the Avon one and your Tupperware one, or whatever company you're in, whatever company you deal with, where you have a database. Because if you're given good service with this company, your customers will follow you to another company. And a percentage of your team will follow you. They all won't, but a percentage will. And that's what you need to get a good head start. That way, you're not starting from nothing. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in starting from nothing. Not after like 40 years. I don't want, I want to start with the 10,000 there. That would give me a good running start to get back up and running. Now, I'm actually thinking that probably won't ever happen. But I am so glad that I don't sit around and bank on that
It
because
happens when you're not prepared.
yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, it's probably like the generator. Since I bought the generator, we haven't lost electric hardly at all. It was like a what, losing electric vaccine shot or something. I barely ever lose electric. How about you, Valerie? Do you lose electric a lot? You're more rural than I am, I think.
So we did buy a generator because we did lose power and it was for a couple of days.
Mm.
And it was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do this again. So we bought the big generator, right? Yeah,
You
nothing.
did.
That's what you got to do. I mean, I take that back. It did go off a couple of winters ago when we had kind of like an icy situation. But in general, not
Yeah,
not so much.
I bought mine after we were out for a week, and it felt like my nice new house was attacking me. Once it got down to like 45, I was like, "Oh, I hate this."
Cold. It's
So
cold. Yeah,
we
when you
put
don't have heat.
it, and I knew I didn't want the kind that you pulled out the garage and pull started it.
Well,
So
that's what we had.
yeah, I'm not
And I
doing
was like, yeah, no. And you have to put the gas in. Oh, it was awful. So like my husband would do it, but I was like, oh no. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it this could be like that, but this doesn't cost any money to do. So make sure that you're doing it and have some kind of checklist to check yourself to make sure that you're doing it. And don't take what I'm saying as anything but this is insurance because I don't know. I don't know anything about anybody going down or anything like that. I just know that this is important because I don't want to be getting on a Zoom call when one of these companies goes down somehow, or who knows, something could happen, and then we're all sitting here crying because none of us saw it coming and we're all
Yeah.
blindsided. This way, that's not going to happen. We can go right into let's charge up that next mountain together. You know what I mean? And we'll all have something to work with. So. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. Now let's talk about Judy. Says Judith, I would like to start send out cards, but not sure how to start. Judith, do you have an account even? I can you go live or are you going to type for me? Either way is fine.
No, I don't have an account.
Okay. Um, could you just give me a little bit of what you're interested in using it for?
It's sending out cards to any and every and everybody that I know, within business, not the business, in order to keep in contact, just to say a card, just a card to say, hi, how you doing?
Oh, fabulous. Okay.
And let you know I'm thinking about you. I usually do that with texting. And I said, no, I want to do it a different way. And it's a lot of people that you have in your contact list. And I said, I want to change how I do things. And I hear you would send out cards. I know you're doing it for eon years. So I said, I have to see how that works.
Well, let's go look if you don't mind. Let's go look at the pricing so you can have an idea, okay? Of how this
Okay.
works. I'm from New England, so I say idea, but it's
Yes.
IDEA, right? Okay, right. I also say mother, father, sister, brother, and had to do something with those R's. So
Are you getting a New York accent?
idea. Yeah. No, no, not yet, I don't think, but maybe.
That's
I
part
can
of it.
tell. He does kid me about my New England accent. So okay, we're on send out cards. And over here, if we go to pricing, right here, they have different ways that you can do this. If you've never used this before, you may want to do, there's a thing, where is it? At the bottom, I think it's here, where you can send 3 cards. Oh, where is that?
They changed it. It used to be there.
Yeah, they changed where everything was, so that's what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Wasn't there a 3-card thing? Oh, I guess not. Okay. So you can do, they have plans that you can pick to use SendOutCards. And for example, this one is for a month. The cards don't carry over, so you want to make sure you're in a position where you can do the cards. Okay. This one is a one-time $20. If you subscribe so it renews every month, it goes down to 17. You get 5 cards with the postage. You also get the contact manager, which is their what I was just showing that we downloaded. Campaigns, which is I was just talking to someone else new, and she thought you had to create a campaign for every card you send, but I only use campaigns when it's a series of cards that I want them to send on a schedule. Okay.
Like
Uh,
Christmas cards.
Well, actually, I don't do
Birthdays.
Christmas cards that way. I do
No.
the welcome to the team cards that way because
Okay.
it's a series of 3 cards, and I only have to schedule it once, and they send the 3 a week apart, and you get to tell them how far apart, and it automatically happens. So that's what I would consider a campaign. You get to look at your card history when you do a plan like this. So you could look up a card that you already sent and send it again, or look at it to see when it was sent. And you do get a discount on cards and gifts and stuff. And then every plan that you pick above that, it's the number of cards here. Okay. If you divide these out, it's actually cheaper than right now, 68. Isn't it 68 or something like that? So even I'm going to say 68, although I'm not sure, times 5, even that would be
Stamps are 74 cents.
74 cents. Thank you.
That stamps
So
are 74 cents. Yeah.
a regular postcard, a postage stamp is 74 cents right now?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Seriously?
If you send a letter, a card in an
Uh-huh.
envelope. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course,
That's fun. Yep.
we all gasp just because we remember when it was 20, but the reality is I can't bring it there for 74 cents. So it's still a deal. But anyway, 74 times 5, that by itself is $3.70. So then you take the 20 minus $3.70 equals, and then divide that by 5. That's $3.26 a card. Okay. And every time you move up in this little 30-day, this advanced and the pro, it's just less per card. That's what it is. So you just want to decide how many that you're going to commit to buying to. Now, $3.40, you might think, wow, that's a lot for a card. Yeah, go to Hallmark or go even the grocery
Yes,
store. You
the
almost,
card itself costs that much or more.
yes, and they're not personalized in any way. Where
Right.
these, I'll give
They're
you a
like $8, $9, and $10 a piece anymore.
yes. And then it's just a rack card, one that anyone, yeah. So let me just show you a couple examples. For example, Jeff West, the guy I wrote the book with, his daughter just got a big award, teacher award, and I made her this card. And this card is a 3-panel card. And I just grabbed all these pictures off of Facebook and sent it to all of them there. And all I put on there was congratulations, superstar, family is love, because I put that on all their cards. So most people don't print their pictures out anymore. So this is going to be fun. And I sent it to her mom and her dad, her sister and her. So they all have the pictures. And that's all I wrote on it and sent it. And I think that was well worth my $12 or whatever it was to send that to them. And it was easy to do. And I think that that makes a big difference when you're trying to build a relationship with customers and stuff. You know what I mean? Sending them something like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yes.
even people I meet casually, the one that comes to mind is I sat next to somebody at Jiffy Lube, and she saw my Avon van in the bay getting the oil change. And I heard her on the phone talking with her kids, and they were arguing about the price of Great Wolf Lodge. And then when she saw my van, she said, "Oh, you do Avon? That's awesome." So she gave me her name and phone number on the Shuffle app. I went home and white paged backwards her phone number and got her mailing address. Then I used a card and I looked up online. I Google searched Great Wolf Lodge coupons, grabbed a coupon, put it in the card because you can put anything in the card that's a JPEG or a PNG, and sent that to her. And it's so easy to do, but just think she probably didn't even realize I was listening to her conversation about Great Wolf Lodge. Right. So she's either freaked out and think I'm a serial killer, or she always thinks it's awesome. One of the two.
Yes.
But
But you've heard
usually,
all that.
if you're paying attention to what people say, they think it's awesome that you're even paying attention because most people are not paying attention, even when they're talking directly to you. That you know what I mean? So the
Yes.
fact that I listened and cared what she was dealing with, she's bought Avon from me. So I just didn't grill her about whether she used the coupon or not at Great Wolf Lodge. So, but I think there's lots of personalization of this that you can't get buying a rack card,
Right.
right? So that's the thing. You can put in any pictures that you want. You also can, there's a fee. Let's look at that for a second. I know it's really cheap right now compared to what I spent to get it, but um, to use your own font and stuff is down here. Let's see, down here. Yeah, well, right here. Okay. So handwriting font and signatures together is only 29. So what you do is you print a page out and put in each box your handwriting uh, example, and then you send it into the company and they create a font just for you.
Okay.
Isn't that awesome? Now you don't,
And it's
though
nice.
that's an extra thing, and you get signature for that too. Though that's an extra thing for $29, but once you pay it once, you don't ever have to pay it again. So I use that every day. I paid for it. I don't even know. When it first came out, I thought it was awesome and paid right away and got it. And back then it was like 100, I think. And it was so I've got to use it for like 10 years for the one price. And now it's only 29. So you may want to do that too. But the only thing I want to say other than that is to pick out a plan. I'll put my link in there. Judith, do you already have it or do you need it? My link.
Needed.
Okay. I'll put my link in there and um yeah, the only thing you want to think about when you're picking the plans is how many that you're going to actually send and stay at it because they don't roll over. Okay. Like I'm on an old plan that has 10 cards a day. If I don't send my 10 today, they there doesn't go to tomorrow. I can't do 20 tomorrow and none today. So I am
Oh,
so I'm as consistent can be with my 10 because I want to get my money's worth. So if you don't think you're going to be that consistent, don't get a big plan. You pay a little bit more per card. Okay. Did you have any
yes.
questions so I can help you with?
Well, I'm gonna get this started and take it from there to increase my business one way or another, whether it be family, friends, acquaintances.
Well,
But
that's perfect. And as you go along, we do this, me and Maureen do this every Thursday. at once.
Yes.
So as you're going along, if you come across stuff that you don't know how to do, just pop on and we can do it with you. Or if you don't want to
Will
wait that
do.
long, you can private message me. I'll jump on a Zoom with you. Just not on
Oh,
Friday or Saturday.
no,
Yeah,
you
sorry.
got it.
Yeah, Friday or Saturdays, I'm not available.
Probably
Yes.
Sunday,
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, Sunday's a little rough too
half
because
day.
yeah, I come back in the morning. I usually leave there by 10. I'm back by 2:30.
How long a drive is it?
4.5 hours. But Sunday night until April is rehearsal for the play at 5 to 8. So
I thought they
I
had the play already.
no,
Oh,
no, they pushed that. That was scheduled to be originally like in October, and they kicked the can down the road because we didn't have it
okay.
enough figured out. So
I haven't been on Facebook a lot lately.
oh yeah, so this is yeah, we're still working on that. Where this is it though. I said it's funny how much my work stuff is used in something like that job. Um, because they're looking at me, and when we got this back going again and set the new date, I said, "Listen, I got a piece of advice when we first started doing the community theater, and that is no matter what happens, we don't change the date. We just keep going and trust that it'll work itself out." And the last two times it has. So the only reason we didn't do it this time is because Kenny, the director, lost his mojo, and that was it. We fell apart when right? And I couldn't seem to talk him into it. So I said, listen, we're not going to do that this time. If we lose somebody, we'll find somebody else. If we have something happen at the town hall, we'll find a different venue. That's the trick is we just won't stop. We're just going to make it happen this time, and that's it. And everybody's looking at me. But I'm like, that has to be that way if we're going to get this done, because there's a million things that could stop us from doing this, but there's a million things to get us to do it too. So we just have to choose. Isn't that like this direct sales business though? This is actually pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
You just walk around all day and tell people, hey, you know what? I'm doing Avon. Hey, did you know I do Avon? These are Avon. That's easy to do, but you know what? It's also easy not to do. So there's a whole bunch of reps not doing that at all. They're not doing anything. It's not on their page. They're not talking about it. They're not telling anybody. And then they're not making any money. And then they're blaming the company. So don't be that person. Be the one that says, you know
No.
what, I'm just going to tell everybody. So,
That, yes. And I'm trying to figure out a new way of putting it out there so you read it, you see it, it's in your hand. You may be inclined to click and go there, and anything can happen.
Judah, are you happen to be an Avon rep too?
Yes.
Oh, good. Um, One of the things that I do that's been a big hit with my customers is I send a thank you card with every order.
Yep, me too.
And I want to show you a couple. It's easy to do. Some of my customers get so happy about that. I'm always not, I guess not surprised, but so give you an example of one like this one. Okay, these are the actual products that she bought. She bought on the front cover. I put what they bought, or if there's only like one product, I'll put with just one box. But she got free shipping because she ordered over 60, and she ordered these three products. This one she had a bunch of them. Okay. And then inside the card, and I just took those pictures off of Avon's site. And that
Yes.
would be true whichever company you're with, whether it's Tupperware or Arbonne or Mary Care, whatever it is. Um, these are things she hasn't bought from me that I thought might interest her. And
Mhm.
I put another picture of a product there. And I just said, thank you for your recent online Avon order. I see that you received free shipping. Awesome. And if you used a coupon code, I'll put a picture of that and say, Lou, looks like you used the coupon code. Awesome. Here's what you got for free. And then I always end mine with, you can see it down here. Let's see. Thank you for allowing me to be your Avon lady, Lisa Wilber, because they've got lots of choices. The reality is she could have bought body cream down at Rite Aid. It may not have been this one, but she could have bought one. And the
Yes.
fact that she ordered from me in particular, Avon in particular, and waited for her order is important to me. And I want to make sure she knows that I appreciate her ordering from me. So I put that on the end of everything. And then that's my back. Um, how you get to the back is when you're doing the regular card, just go do the back button. And this won't look like this. You go up here and do layouts. Okay. And then you can make a back, create a custom back.
Okay.
And I point that out because I just did this with someone else who has a brand new account. The one I like to pick is this format because see the return address up here. So
Yes.
if if the postal service ruins my envelope but returns the mail and says that person isn't available anymore, but I can't see who it is, I can open the card and it's still on the card who I sent it to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now
So that's on the actual card itself.
yes, on the back. This is the back of the card.
Yes.
I like to put like a little ad back there because people look on the back. I know when you get a card from Hallmark, don't you all look to see the price of it? I know. Isn't that naughty? But we do. Customers look at that stuff. So I put usually some kind of picture of me. This is one of my headshots. I make a little box picture like this in Canva and put it. I have different versions of that depending on what I'm trying to promote. And then I have my link tree thing here. So I use this one that has two JPEGs or PNGs and then a text box. But you can do other choices. And it saves them for you, the backs. And I'll show you some
Okay.
of the ones I have. Sometimes when I'm just sending one to my boyfriend. Sorry, that sounds funny. I have a boyfriend. That sounds funny. When I'm sending one to my boyfriend, like this card I sent him lately, and this is just a picture of his spectacular ass with it says, "Your spectacular ass" underneath it. That's what it says. So anyway, you could do different ones and it saves them. Or my other business ones are down the bottom here. So like this is a SendOutCards back, this is an Avon team back, and this is a customer back. Okay.
Yes.
So hopefully that helped you some. I think
It's a start.
there's an app for your phone too. So make sure you look for that. It looks like there's two apps, one for being an affiliate and one just for sending cards. The card one looks like an envelope and it says send out cards. Okay. And it makes it easy to do cards on the fly. Hey, Joanne, are you getting ready for an event or you at an event today? Or you got a baby in your arms, one of the three.
Well, I'm in the middle trying to get my Avon order put together so the hubby can go out and deliver it for me along with books. And I've got a little man in there just bouncing away and going all crazy. So yeah.
Oh, oh, and the bounce thing?
Oh yeah, bouncy, bouncy, bounce. He's just going to town in there.
Oh, I used to love that when Alex did that. The cats would all think he was losing it, though. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, he's just going crazy in there today.
Oh,
And we have a 50 by 50, one of those new play yard things that they have. This little kid, he is only 10 months old, but let me tell you, he is smarter than a Dickens. He figured out because there's a little zipper thing that you can zip and then it like opens up and you can get out. Well, we're
uh-oh.
out here, I'm at my desk and David's eating, and we hear something in there. Here, he managed to push his head or he managed to unzip it, one of the two, but that thing got open and he was out on the loose.
Oh,
So now we got to either get a new one or figure out what to do because yeah, he's figured out how to get out.
the little escape artist. That's
Oh,
always
he is.
fun. Yeah.
When they're that age, they watch what you do.
Oh, he
And they,
watches everything.
yes.
Oh, that is funny.
He got a
Maureen,
hold he
Maureen,
got a
did you?
hold of a oh, we have this little blue pouch that's got like his ear cleaner and his clippers and the nose sucker thing. He got into that. Somehow he managed to pull it over so he could pull it into the plaything. He got into it, he unzipped it, he had the nail clippers out, and he was like trying to figure out how to cut his nails like grandma does. He is like, I don't know, advanced. It's crazy.
You
Yeah.
know what the little freaky Ty, the boyfriend son is he turns 13 today. It's his birthday today, but he's autistic and he also likes to escape. But he's funny because he doesn't try to cover his tracks. So he's like a lot younger kid would be. So like he sneaks down the middle of the night to get a honey bun off the counter, but he leaves the paper there. So little kids do that. You know what I mean? They don't realize you're going to find the paper, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, well, I'm constantly having to figure out how to do it so he doesn't get out of the house because that would be bad up here. Oh, anyway, Maureen, tell us what you got going on.
Um, I just created my Easter cards, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail.
Oh, awesome.
Um, Something freaky happened to me last week. Um, I sent out 8 birthday cards. And usually when I do the cards, I go back and look at every one of them to make sure everything's perfect. Well, this day I didn't look to make sure everything was perfect. And for some reason, when I would put happy birthday and then I would click on the thing for the first name would be underlined. But then when I got ready to send the card, it became ununderlined.
It's not
So
supposed to be underlined.
no, when you first do it, it's underlined. But
Yeah.
then when you go over, so what was happening is I sent 8 birthday cards that said happy birthday first name.
Oh no.
So I called SendOutCards and the lady, all she could think of is maybe I copied and pasted it. And I was like, no, I didn't copy and paste. But what I think happened was on one of the cards, the lady goes by a different name than what her name is. So I undid it and wrote her name in there.
Oh,
And then when I went back to fix, I did the first time. I think that might be what happened.
yeah, that
So then
sounds
the
like
next day, it was still happening with my St. Patrick's Day cards. So I called SendOutCards again, and I got a different lady, and she went through the whole thing, and she tried to like resend one of my cards, and she says the same thing's happening on my end. She goes, I think it's just the card. For some reason, the system just doesn't like the card. So
hmm.
I deleted that whole card and made a brand new one. But that's something I'm gonna start keeping really track of because now 8 people get a birthday card that say happy birthday first name.
Well, either that or don't use that insert because if you're sending them, are they on your subscription where you're doing them one at a time?
Yeah, because then a lot of them are in that new group I'm in.
Oh, so I mean, if you're sending them one at a time anyway, just go ahead and without having it. And Judith, what we're talking about is they have like an at Microsoft, they have a mail merge thing where you put first name and it pulls the first name out of your database and inserts it in the card. So you don't
Got
have to, yeah, you don't have to use that, but it's available there. So
Mhm.
that's what that is. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had that happen before, but I quit using the card like you did. So I'm not sure what I did wrong either, so I can't tell you.
Yeah. It was just
Sometimes
it
you just have
was
to.
it, yeah, it was just funny because like I said, I usually always check them because I'm doing so many, I want to make sure I have the right name, because even when I type it in, I'm like, okay, do I have the right person? Because a lot of these people are new and I'm copying them from my phone as I'm doing them. I have my phone set up in front of me in that group, and then I'm typing in the names and I'm like, okay, did I get everything right? So, but it's just funny. So I'm just waiting. for somebody to say something. I'll be like, oh, well, it's unique.
Oh no, I don't think they'll mind that much.
Yeah,
What
it
do you
was
want to?
funny though. But so I just sent out all my St. Patrick's Day cards. I think I'm done with St. Patrick's Day. Um, I sent a few people a card about the time change on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That's a
Um,
new one.
and I put a cute little thing in there
I
on the
liked your
back of
St.
it.
Patrick, the puzzles and stuff you posted in the group. That
Hmm.
was awesome. Hey,
Oh,
Judith, did you find there's a Facebook group we have that we share content in? Did you find that yet?
I believe so
Oh, good. Oh, good. It says it
because
has my name and then send out cards in the title.
yes, because if you, I believe I have it because the what she sent out is a lot of is the puzzles
Yes.
or a word search or
And that
something.
was, yeah, and that was a post in the group. So sounds like
Yes,
you're in. Yeah, that's
yes,
awesome. Yeah.
yes,
We like to put like add value to the card. So it's not just a card, it's a card that you either do something or has something for you for information in. We call that adding
yes.
value in the card. What else were you going to say, Maureen? Sorry, I interrupted.
um, I was gonna show this. I was gonna show my St. Patrick's Day card, but I think because I'm done with them, I already threw it away. Um, but and then I'm thinking Easter is April 20th, so we got some Easter card. I got the Easter cards. And then I'm just going to start looking at the daily cards again, or the daily calendar again. And I'm going to start making the posts in the group about what's coming up for on the calendar to send those weird holiday day cards.
Oh, no, that's good. That sounds like a good
Yeah,
idea because there's something the other people won't, right?
right.
And Judith, I don't know if you know this one, but we have an expression, I'll call it Facebook espionage, where you look up either your customers or your team members or your friends and you grab their pictures. Matter of fact, that picture that I did of Jeff West's daughter was a Facebook espionage where it came up in my feed and I went, oh, wait, I know her mom, dad, and sister and her would like to have those printed out because people don't print their stuff. All they did was see it on Facebook. So these are called Facebook espionage. I've gotten a bunch of Facebook espionages, of course. Some of these probably are from you guys, but all of mine lately have one theme to them. Here's one, and then here's one of us eating out, and then here's one. Oh, I like that one. This one
Yes,
says
I remember seeing those.
yeah. And then this one. The only thing is I get a lot of these for Facebook espionage, so I have them all around my house, like on the mirrors and stuff. And I neglected to remember how freaky that would be if you're the other person coming to the house here. And I said, I made a canvas out in the hall. Oh, Robin, like the canvas print one, uh,
Mhm.
of us at Great Wolf Lodge, the three of us, and I put it out on my family wall. And I said to Ty, I said, did you see the picture of the three of us out in the hall? And he said, yes, along with the picture of you and me in the bathroom and in there and in here and in here. I neglected to realize how much that looked like a serial killer, right? So then I'm like, I'm not a stalker, but but it's fun to have the pictures all over. But I'm pretty glad that other people don't do that many cards anymore or print their pictures out because just for what we've already regularly been doing, because I've been doing this for almost 16 years, I think, and it's gotten less of everybody else doing stuff over time. So it makes this look like we're superstars and we're just really sending cards. It's not like we're doing something outrageously time consuming or hugely creative. We're just sending cards, greeting cards. And I think it's funny because even 10 years ago, it wasn't thought that much of as being some outrageously different thing. And now it's like, yay, superstars. Um,
So
hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. I don't know if you're a spot you can talk. She may not be. How about you, Donna? We saw you on there a minute ago.
Mhm.
You might have gone out to grab coffee or something. That could be. Oh no, there you are, Donna.
No. I had to get in the car, go pick up my grandson.
Oh,
So
nice.
I just put it on mute and, no
Kindergarten?
camera, but I'm
You're
moving around.
you're
No, he's in high school.
Oh,
I
don't
see
get
you
out
have
early.
your Alaskan mushing coat on. That's
Yeah, it got cold here in Georgia again.
it's
Can't make up
50.
its mind.
It's 50 up here. We're not even wearing long sleeves.
Oh no, we went down to what 30, 32 with wind chill 29
Ooh.
52 here
last
in
night.
California.
Yeah, so it's
Lightweight.
only.
The lightweight.
I mean, it says it's 51 right now, but the wind is
Oh, you
not
have your
making it
Alaskan
comfortable.
mushing coat on at 51. Bless your heart.
Yeah, well, I just grabbed it because I didn't want to get cold.
Well, when you're not used to the
Okay.
cold.
It's okay. I understand. I'm just being catty. We all know how
That's
I love
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I put my jacket on, but then, because of the wind blowing, the jacket is not enough. So I
Right.
would rather have too much than not enough.
Right. Oh, and Judith, before I forget this, some of the ways that we're all doing is one of the tools we use with send out cards would be whitepages.com, where like when I sat next to that lady in the Jiffy Lube, I got her name. I actually only had her first name and her phone number. And on whitepages.com, I'll type that in the box there. You can actually reverse look people up by either mailing address or telephone number. It doesn't have everybody, but it's a great place to start. Okay. So just to let you know that little trick, because that's been a lifesaver for me lots of times. So yeah, and one of the other things, I try to add people to my database every day. And I know it sounds hard to do, I think, but it actually is not that hard if you are thinking about doing it every day. So somebody that you run into, I'm lucky that I try to do stuff like the play, the community theater play here. I made sure I was in charge of communication to everybody. So I asked everybody for their name, address, and phone. And then even on the little like they had to do little questionnaires for the I call it little interview fast five for the little marketing blurb I'm making for them for their social media. And the second question up here is the date and day of your birth, your birthday. And
Oh,
that's for my database. It's not
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
anything to do with the play. But I'm the keeper of the databases. So, and I've been the keeper of the database. And usually when I'm doing something, I volunteer for being the keeper of the database because that way they're all in my SendOutCards contact manager and downloaded like we were just doing. So I always have everybody, but
Oh,
comes in
I've
handy.
talked about this before, and it has nothing to do with send out cards per se, but I found a group on Facebook that they send cards. That's the group. And I joined it. And for Valentine's Day, I sent 133 Valentine's Day cards.
That's awesome.
And
You got back a whole bunch.
I
Look at
got
that.
all
Oh,
those
that's
back.
fun. That is so all of those people get, and rule number one, you may not know this one yet, Judith. Rule number one is you can be successful at anything if enough people know what you do. So her joining that group, all those people got to know what she's doing because your little ad's on the back, right? That's
Mhm.
awesome. So
Nice.
interacting with,
Yep.
and it wouldn't have to
And
necessarily be a
and one
card
thing,
sending group. It could be about crocheting or horses or cooking or whatever you're into. Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
so far, these are the St. Patrick's Day I got back, and a lot of the people, they put gifts in their cards, they put stickers, but this lady, look what she sent out to
Oh,
everybody.
Oh,
that's
that's
cute.
nice.
Is it like a
That's
say
very
hey
cute.
thing? That's so
No,
cute.
it's just a little
Oh,
St.
nice.
Patrick's Day heart.
It's a little decoration.
Yeah, little decoration. They sent one for for Valentine's Day, so I have that on my little tree over here. But I love it. And then I do the fun stuff. I do the crossword puzzles, and I do this and I do that, and I put some
Mm.
fun stuff in them. And the reaction I'm getting is, "Wow, how are you doing that? I would like to do that. I'd like to learn how to do that." So, for every person that sent me a Valentine's Day card, I sent them a thank you card for sending me the Valentine's Day card, and something about the card or the gift or whatever I mentioned in the card. So the one lady that said how she would like to learn how to do, I didn't want to impose on her. So what I did is I just put it in the card, told her what I did, told her how I did it, told her if she was interested, we could jump on a Zoom and we could talk about it.
Oh,
So now the
nice.
ball's in her court. But every single person that I sent that thank you card to, I said something about their card. Thank
That's
you for the
awesome.
stickers, or thank you for this. Now I got a card the other day, and polar bears are one of my favorite things. And I don't think this lady knows it, but she sent me a card with a polar bear on it.
That's cute.
And then inside
That's
it, she
nice.
sent me stickers,
Oh, that's cute.
and
Yes.
Let's look right quick at what they have for gifts. Oh, sorry. I don't have a cold or anything. It's actually, where are we? Dry. It's dry in the house. Is why I'm talking. Um, oh, gifts. Here we go. Um, I don't know if you know this yet, Judith, but their number one selling gift of all time is
Brownie.
2-pack brownies is what they're. But they have lots of gifts to choose from. You can add any of these gifts to a card when you send it. Um, my favorite is the brownies, but they've got lots of different. This is their number one selling gift right here. I have actually never had, I've sent out literally thousands of brownies. I have never had anyone say, keep your brownies. I don't like keep your brownies.
Nope.
So one of my things that I send them for though is, um, I don't know if you've ever done this, but usually if I mess up a customer, I mess them up 3 times in a row. I don't do it once. I do everything big. So I'll forget to order their stuff and then mess the order up and then. So I end up having to need to apologize. And I get forgiven every time when I send them brownies because it's not just I'm sorry and I'm sorry. It's I'm sorry. Here's some brownies. So it's great for that kind of thing, but it's also good for like the other one that I do a lot of is Kevin, my guy that works on the van. I have an older van and he squeezes me in. He doesn't even charge me when I need a bulb out, stuff like that. And so when I went there the first time and he squeezed me in, I said, you know what, Kevin? He wouldn't let me pay him. And I said, let me send you some brownies because that you'll like them. And so I sent him 2 brownies. Then I remembered they're 2 brownies, but I think he's got kids. So I went, so next time he did something for me, I said, Kevin, when you sit down for supper at night, how many people sit at your table? And he said 4. So then I send 4 now. I don't send 2 of anything because that way everybody gets one. They're not cutting a brownie in half. But he is
Right.
so happy with that. And last time I was up there, it was so funny. And I'm not looking for stuff free. I'm just trying to be appreciative of whatever he does. So don't think I'm trying to bribe him with brownies or anything. I'm trying to be thankful. So last time what happened? Oh, he inspected the van and got me back going on the road quickly and let me wait for it. So I said he wanted cookies or something this last time. And it was funny because I said, are we doing cookies or brownies this time or caramels? And he says, oh, you don't have to do that. Cookies. He I thought that was so cute. Oh, you don't have cookies. And one of my other friends was there that he was busting my butt about something and he was laughing about it too. But it's a easy way because how else could I send him an appreciation thing like that for under $10? So the two brownies plus the card plus the postage is usually under 10 or right around 10. And it's just such a nice ability to be able to do that. They also have some card size gifts, like little, I think they have a little medal or something. Oh, okay, Judith. We'll see you next time. Um, little thank you things. They have little cards you can put in, just little cutesy stuff that's not much money that you can put in. They have flower seed packets. But to me, I like the ability to be able to do something like that. Either brownies. Brownies is my favorite thing to send too because they're very
Mhm.
impressive and they're gourmet ones. I think the only thing I had, and I know I've told you this before, the only complaint I ever had was one of my own big leaders in my team. I send them to them guys for birthdays, and she had gotten them for many years because she's been a leader on my team for many years. And she said, we don't want brownies anymore. We get them every year. We want something else. And I
No.
said, and I said to her, how about if I send to you what you send to your leaders? Because she don't send them. That is so bad of me. Meow, meow. I know that was bad. Yeah. So I know I was being catty with that, but meow. But most people just really appreciate it. So even if they're not going to eat it themselves, they can give it. Because like Jeff actually complained that I sent him too much goodies. And I said, Jeff, I don't know about you, but I have somebody helping me, and you're a much bigger player than me. You must have like a VA or something. And I said, aren't you giving your girl something? Because me, if I get something like when I was speaking and I got a big gift basket, the rule was I get to have first pick, but then everybody in the office gets to pick stuff out of the basket, and we keep going around till the basket's empty. So I said, if I'm sending you too many brownies, what you doing with them? You're not supposed to be keeping them anyway. Where's your assistant? Where's your helpers? Go give them some brownies. Man. And he said, I didn't think about that. Well, yeah, so that's the only two things I've had come up, but most people really like them and they'll give them to their kids if they don't eat them. So it's like that. What were we going to say? We
I
only
got
got,
a question.
yes, please.
So this is my first month with SendOutCards.
Mhm.
And I actually I went in, I did the 50 pack. And so what I did was I decided there's a new development. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to these people and say, hey, I'm the area Avon lady.
Awesome.
And unfortunately, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to download and whatever. But I
Mhm.
did a 3 panel. So I have like pictures on this one, pictures on this one, and then in the middle, I
Oh, you're
introduce
right.
myself. And
Nice.
then on the back, I have a picture of me and then to buy or sell, call or
And
text,
your
and all
contact.
my
Nice.
info.
Perfect.
But I don't know anybody's name. So I was just writing,
Oh,
to my brand.
whitepages.com. Whitepages.com.
So I should be able to get all of their names. I mean, it's like
Maybe
50 of
not
them.
every single one, but you put just the street address without the number. So
Ah,
reverse address, and then you put like mine is South Stark Highway. I would put South Stark Highway without the number, and then you're going to get a whole bunch of South Stark Highway, their name and the number, and then you can
okay.
just
Because I
pick.
was just putting like, for my Brentwood neighbor. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it,
But
it,
if there's
but I
nothing
get
wrong
it.
with doing that, but
Yeah.
you're probably going to have a better reception at the other end if you
Okay.
had their actual name. And
Yeah.
I know White Pages has two, they have a free version and a paid version. If you're doing 50, you may want the paid one, but it's month by month.
Hmm.
And I think it's like 100, and I do the 100, but it is tax deductible. And once you have it and have used it, you'll probably want it for other stuff. So, but you can look up reverse phone, reverse
Because I
address.
have all the addresses.
See, I
Yeah.
would do that. Look up the reverse address. And then at least you have some, you might just have their last name, but usually it has the whole thing. So,
Okay.
okay. Then your database in SendOutCards is going to be cleaner too because it'll be actual people.
Because
Because right
instead
now
of having for
you'll
my
have a
neighbor,
whole
for my,
bunch
yeah.
for my neighbor. Yeah. So you can, it'll be easier. You won't have to go back and change them all like that.
Okay.
Okay. Does that
That's
help?
good.
I hope.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
giving it a shot.
Or you guys
Valerie,
ever,
I do that too. Like when I'm sending a birthday card to somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook, but I don't have their address. If they have their phone number listed, or say they're an Avon rep, this is what I do a lot when it's an Avon rep. I'll go to their Avon site, their Avon website,
Okay.
and I will look under their contact information. And if there's a phone number, I'll copy that. I'll go to White Pages. I'll do reverse phone number. I'll put the phone
yeah,
number in, and then I get their information.
Okay.
this, yeah, a little detective work. And sometimes they have it on their Facebook too, if you got their name. But you can go, you could find, and whitepages.com has their birthdays too,
Mhm.
by the way. So take whatever, yeah.
I'll
I
take,
personally, right, I say harvest. I harvest whatever they've got there, including the Facebook and white pages, whatever I can find. If it's name, address, phone, email, there's places in the SendOutCards database for all that stuff. And there's places for notes too. And the only other tip, and then we'll get going because it's two, is um, create groups for all this stuff. So this is a group you may want to create that's called uh, neighbor prospects or whatever you're doing. If you're
okay.
doing more than one direct sales company, you may want to say Avon in particular or whatever company you are in particular working, because then you can go back and know that's exactly what you sent. Okay.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
hope that helps. Yeah. And in the database, you can search, it's going to search everybody. So, like when I'm promoting the play, I don't care how I know them, whether I have their name because they bought Girl Scout cookies from me, or they were my kid's teacher at one point, or they voted for me. I don't care how I know them when I'm promoting the play because I'm sending it to them because they'll recognize my name and might be interested in the play. So I can search by zip code and get everybody in my zip code.
Mhm.
So you can search by a lot of different stuff, last name, street name, zip code. You can search by just about anything in there. Okay, including group, what group you put them in. So anyway, thank you all very much. I appreciate you. Now I'm off to go run do some errands and get ready for go to sleep early because I'm getting up at the crack of dawn to drive to Yonkers because I'm naughty. That's why.
Have fun.
4.5 hours. Yeah, so I'm so happy. It's fun. It's like I live in Yonkers 2 days a week. It's like I'm getting to know the neighborhood and everything. It's funny. People actually saying hi to me and stuff. So of course, I guess I'm a little hard to forget because of, but anyway, thank you so much. And I'll think of you all while I'm parallel parking my van. And love you and appreciate you. Thank you so
Take care.
much. Talk to
Okay.
you
Bye.
later.